Welcome to the Metaphysical News Show. I'm your host, Rory Colgan. This is produced with InnerHealthToday.com in association with We Are Valuable Media. Tonight, whenever you're tuning into this particular broadcast, I wanted to share with you something that happened on the 14th of September, 2016. History was made, and not necessarily the type of history that you would be proud of if you told your children or your grandchildren. This is the type of history where you just shake your head and say, "Ugh, how engrossed can we be in fear and the status quo and this tradition of war?" So what was it that made history? Well, the United States signed a memorandum of understanding with the sovereign state of Israel. And in that understanding, we are planning to give them $38 billion, your money and my money, over the next 10 years. It's the largest foreign aid pack in the history of the United States. The United States has been around for a while, but this is making history. What is this for? It's for their military. Now, I just watched an expert on the Middle East talk about how Israel could beat all of her neighbors simultaneously. So they do not need more fighter jets. They do not need more ballistic missiles. They do not need more nuclear weapons that they can put on those ballistic missiles, put them in their submarines, and then basically bully around the little guys. Now, I'm not saying the little guys are that well-intentioned, because they are perpetrating their own wars on their neighbors, people that they disagree with. The thing that bothers me the most is that for the last 16 years, arguably, the United States has not been receiving enough money through taxes to pay for its bills. And so after 16 years of falling further and further behind and deferring a lot of the costs, this country decides to be very charitable, historically charitable, to a country that doesn't need our charity. It's the only analogy I can come up with is if you started to put more money on your credit card than you could ever pay off, and you did that for 16 years, and then some rich guy comes up to you and says, "Can I have some money?" And you decide not to give him a $5 bill or a $10 bill. You decide to give him access to your credit card and give him the biggest donation that you could ever imagine. So you can't even pay your own bills, but now you're giving billions and billions of dollars away. Well, I also looked at our budget for the 2015 year. We spent about $29 billion on science and technology. So we're spending less money on improving our lives in that year than we are to giving to this country in foreign aid for the 10-year time period. And their primary purpose of that money is war. It is military. So that's the big problem here, is that we're spending billions and billions and billions of dollars on how to kill other people, how to destroy people's lives. What's wrong in the world? This is an example of what's wrong in the world. Our creative potential is being put into this, where we are fighting each other, and all of our creative energy is going into the war machine. So I would recommend that I wake up and broadcast harmony, cooperation, and also, if you're an American and you're listening to this, call up your senator and your congressperson, leave a note at the White House message board, and let them know that you don't support this foreign aid that does nothing more than give more weapons to people that already have enough weapons. In fact, Social Security also in 2015 cost like $30 billion. So instead of caring for our sick and our elderly and our aging, we complain that we need to make budget cuts, but then at the same time, go ahead and give billions of dollars to a country to buy more war toys. Our priorities are messed up, people. So Your and I priorities are not messed up because we're listening to this. We're doing this. So we need to broadcast this. We need to share this. We need to speak the truth that we see. Otherwise, the evil will continue to be perpetrated. So I hope this helps you wake up a little bit and recognize that the money that this government is using is not going towards your good. It's not going towards your children's good. It's not going towards your grandchildren's good. It's not even going towards science and technology, which is arguably good. It's going toward the war industrial complex. Wake up, broadcast harmony, broadcast cooperation, broadcast tolerance, and do not listen to these people as they tell you lies and they try to make you afraid so that you build up your military as well. This is Rory Colgan from the Metaphysics Hour and the Metaphysical News Program, wishing you to be well, be happy, stay awake, and help others wake up too.